Hey everybody, welcome to Apex Syndicates. Hope everybody's having an absolutely fantastic day. Well, the markets are finally starting to have a little bit of an uptick, and there are still some great opportunities out there. So I was basically wanting to make this video today, do this live stream, talk to you guys, see what you guys are interested in, go over some different projects that you're in. But once again, I really do want to focus a bit on Disco because I am so bullish on it. I want to show some comparisons from Disco to Land Wolf and Andy, where it's at and where I think it can go. And I really do believe that Disco has such huge potential. I think that Disco can definitely overtake Andy and Landwolf and size of market cap for a few reasons. And I want to kind of show you those things. But like I said, feel free to drop any comments in here. Let me know if there's something you want me to look at, and I can bounce around and I can kind of check those things out. So I'll continue to come back over here and look at my comments over here every once in a while. So otherwise, I'm just going to be here rambling and talking about, blah, 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 stuff that I'm interested in and stuff that I think you should be interested in too, to be honest, because I do think that Disco is a huge, huge opportunity. So let's take a quick look at the chart. Like, it's been really holding up. Like I said, over the last few weeks, we've had a lot of market just dumping. And I think, we've all seen it. We all know what's going on. And like I said, Disco ran all the way up to like this $3.2 million market cap, had some sell off in the last big dump, had a little bit of retracement up here to 2.7. And right now we're holding pretty strong at a $1.69 million market cap. So I just want to zoom in here a little bit so you can see this a little bit better. Let me see here. So let me draw this down. Here we go. So here's where we're at. $1.69 million market cap. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, we missed the pump. Oh, we didn't get in early enough. I mean, here's the thing. $1.69 million market cap. I think this still has a lot of room to grow. Like I said, I think that this can overthrow Landwolf. I think it can overthrow Andy. I think it can basically really kick up this bull run for the next big Matt Fury narrative. I think that Disco has that potential. Like I said, now this isn't financial advice. Always do your own research and always do your own due diligence. But I am incredibly bullish on Disco for a few reasons. Here's the thing. I want to show you the bubble maps here on Disco. Let me just show you here. So it's not bad. Okay, like you can look at this, and the bubble maps are not bad. There's a few wallets here connected. You got these two guys here connected, and then you got some super teeny tiny guys. So that's it. You got these guys. You got 1, 2, 3, but these are like absolutely nothing. Like it's really the whole wall is like less than 2%, and you got over here less than 2%. So 4% that's kind of bundled, from different people. And that could just be early buyers. Who knows? And that's really not much. Okay. So that's the bubble maps on Disco. And I think it looks pretty good. So when you kind of come over here and I want to look at Landwolf, let me share this. So Landwolf is, it went up to, what did it go up to? Almost $250 million. Okay. It ran up there back in January 6, 2025. I mean, it did, or no, 2024. Sorry. Where is it? Yeah. December 2nd, 2024. So it really ran up there, and it's really, to be honest, kind of been trading sideways for a long time from February 2025. I mean, it's had a few pumps back down, had a little pump back down, and we're holding this $25 million market cap. In my opinion, this is a quite stagnant coin. Now, I mean, it doesn't mean it won't pump. It doesn't mean it won't do something at some point in time. I'm not talking bad about Landwolf. So if you're, a Landwolf holder, like I said, it's a Matt Fury narrative, and these narratives always pump. They always have that thing. When Pepe starts to pump, everything else starts to pump, right? And that Matt Fury narrative. But one thing I wanted to show you here is look at the bubble maps on this, okay? It's crazy. Like, it's really crazy. So when I come over here, I mean, like, you can drag this guy out. I mean, this is just insane. And then, you start dragging all of these bundles out, and what do you have left for real holders, right? Like, not much. So whether this is team, whether this is, this is also another big bundle right here. I mean, really everything is bundled. I mean, even it's just crazy when you start to look at it. Like there isn't many organic individual holders to this. And this is the only reason it's holding that. It's kind of what they call a cabal, where it's just like a ton of big whales come in and they just buy it up and then they hold it and then they kind of manipulate it for price action. And then, what happens is, they kind of use people that buy in as exit liquidity little by little, but never killing the chart. Right. And that's what I see here with projects like Landwolf. And this is why I say, for me personally, Disco has so much more potential to fly past projects like Landwolf. So when I look at Disco at a 1.68, $1.7 million market cap, like I can see it overthrowing Landwolf. I can easily see that getting up here into the 25, 30, 40, $50 million market range. And when that happens, that's when the FOMO kicks in, right? So the thing is that if Disco gets to this, let's say a 20, $25 million market cap, and it would overthrow Landwolf, well, what happens? FOMO kicks in. And that's when you start to see these things go parabolic. And that's when you could literally see Disco going into a couple $100 million market cap because the FOMO is kicking in. And everybody's like, oh my God, I don't want to miss the boat. And they're all jumping in on it and it goes crazy and goes parabolic, right? Now, will that happen? I don't have a crystal ball, but I'm saying, and I'm telling you, it is in the realm of possibilities. Now, the other one I wanted to show you here is Andy. Let me see if I can open this up. Here we go. So Andy, it ran all the way up here to a $356 million market cap back in December 6, 2024. And it pretty much has tanked down. And ever since March of 2025, it's pretty much once again been trading sideways, had a few pumps here and there, similar type of deal. And it's at $34 million. Now, once again, I do think we could see Disco overthrowing Andy. I really do believe that. And once again, like I said, now the bubble maps aren't as bad on this one, but they're still not great. It's still not great. When you start to pull out, all of the bundles, it starts to really empty out. Like you can really start to pull out because everything is really bundled. Even the ones that aren't colored and highlighted, like this is a wallet of 4, this is a wallet of 3. I mean, like these are big groups and these are big holders, right? So you start to drag all of those out and you start to see what's really left for real holders. And it's not a lot. So once again, it has that kind of cabal feel where it looks like, there's, and like I said, don't get me wrong. I'm all for team having a good chunk of the supply. I think a team should have 20, 30% of supply, whether that's bundled or whether that's, somewhat in supply control, because they do need this stuff for marketing. They need it for centralized exchanges. If that stuff comes when it gets big enough, and if a team doesn't have supply, they're not able to do those things. So I understand there's a fine line. There's a balance between too much and not enough, right? And making it look clean. And it's also perception, right? You need it to look good. You need the investor when they look at it, even if it is held, you want these bubble maps to look kind of good and look somewhat clean. So it provides a bit more confidence to investors and people that are coming into the project. So these are just my thoughts, my opinions. But I really do believe, with my bottom of my heart, I believe that Disco right now has that potential. It's got the best bubble maps out there for most of the Matt Fury coins that are out there that are in play. And it's a great narrative. It just really is. It's a great meme. It's great artwork. When you come over and you start looking at it, like I said, let's go to their X. There we go. Here we go. Share their X. They're constantly posting great new artwork. Like I said, 2 hours ago, just great images. There's lots of KOLs talking about them. Look, I love this stuff. This was posted 23 hours ago. The whole, Disco, the eggplant humanoid next to Elon. It's just fun stuff. I like the artwork and it's good stuff. I really do. So those are just my thoughts and opinions. I'd love to hear what you guys think. But for me, I think it's got a lot of freaking potential. So yeah, Oh, there's a picture of Matt Fury. That's hilarious. That's great. Let me come over and see if there's any questions or comments over here. Let me see what we got. Raja, shitcoin is moving. Let me take a look at shitcoin here in a minute. So thank you for joining. Welcome to the show. Welcome to my jungle abode here in my little jungle office. Thank you for being a part of us. I'm going to go over and check out shitcoin in just a minute. Let me just see here. Hey, Disco is the next super meme coin for this bull run. Michael, yeah, I mean, hey, I totally agree. I think that Disco, like I said, I was laying it out. I really do believe that Disco can overthrow Andy, and I think it can overthrow Land Wolf and probably some of the other. They're just the OGs, right? And that doesn't mean that they're bad. It's just that there's more opportunity in the new, right? Like it's most people want to get involved in something new and fresh. And I said, especially when I start to look at those bubble maps, man, like it's easy to see the freaking potential. It really is. It's really easy to see that potential in Disco. So, and right now, I think it's an amazing buying opportunity. I mean, I'm going to say, I mean, at these market levels at $1.69 million market cap, I mean, guys, this is a steal. You know, it's holding up really, really well. Like I said, you know, where it came from 2 weeks ago. You know, I think my first video was 135, 140K market cap. I mean, it's done really well despite the market conditions, despite all of the tariff wars, despite all of the shit going on and the market manipulation from the whales, despite all of that stuff, Disco has been holding up absolutely phenomenal, like an absolute champ. That's all. I just can't say it any clearer than that. And this chart speaks for itself. I mean, it really does. You look at Greepy, you look at all these other coins that went to $7-8 million, and look where they are now. Like, look where they are now, and look how well Disco is holding up. Let's just go over and take a quick look at Greepy. How do you see? Is it Greepy? Greep? No, how was it? What was it? What's it called? What was that? Hold on a second. Let me see if I can find it. Well, Jesus. Now my brain is... I didn't have my coffee this morning. For whatever reason, I'm not finding it. What was it? Maybe somebody can help me. I thought it was Greepy. Yeah, Grippy. Yeah, Greepy. That's what I thought. Typing it in over here. Grip. Oh, there it is. There it is. There we go. Here we go. So let's take a quick look. Look, 570K market cap. Let me go on. Let's show you where it's at. So look here. This hasn't been holding up great, I'm going to say right now. You know, it came out and it just pumped. It absolutely pumped, and it has just been on a downward trend. Now, this has got centralized exchanges. It's got a lot of stuff behind it. But once again, I want to go over and take a look at the bubble maps. Okay. Now, look, this is the issue you've got with this project, is that you've got just huge amount of supply. And now once again, I don't mind the team having supply. And this is actually cleaned up a bit. I think that but the problem is, the reason that it's dumped is that a lot of these have dumped out. Okay. So a couple weeks ago, these were like double the size. These were like huge. These were enormous, these bubbles. Okay. And that's back here when it was at a $6 million market cap. So that means that there's been a lot of sell pressure, and those bubbles are getting smaller and smaller, but you can look at the size of the market cap. Okay. So there's been some big dumps. Okay. Now, that doesn't mean Greepy is not going to come back. I think it's got potential. I think Greepy is probably it's a decent play. but I've lost a bit of confidence in it, in comparison to, like I said, this chart speaks for as a heavy pump and it's been on a downward trend. Okay. So when you come back over here to disco, now look at this chart. Now, what chart looks better? What bubble maps look better, right? This looks a lot better. This is holding up really well. Yeah, there was a couple whales that sold out. I think right here was a guy that sold like $36,000. This was a guy that sold like $12,000. And you know what? That's fine. People need to get out. They're early investors, whatever. I mean, I'm not going to, we're in crypto. It's all good. We need to take profits. It's part of the show. It's part of the game. But what happens is this allows new investors to come in, right? And that's what's really, really important, is that this is allowing new holders to come in and be a part of this at a better entry price. So it's important to have sell-offs. It's important to have some people kind of get out. So that's my viewpoint on Disco. That's where I'm at, and I'm still incredibly bullish on it. So let's go over, guys. I think there was some people asking about shitcoin and trash coin. Of course, we're going to check on those because they're awesome projects. So let's take a quick look at Disco or shitcoin. Let's take a quick look here. Shitcoin. Hello moto. All right. Look, you know what? This is what I wanted to see really on shit. Come here. This is what I really wanted to see on shitcoin. You see this sideways action right here, holding really, really well at this 817K market cap. And look at this. This is what I was talking about. The other day, everybody was like, is shitcoin a good time to get in? And I was like, guys, I said, for me, it needs to find its real floor. Like, where is its floor? And it's really been holding really well around this 800K range. So I think this is probably shitcoin's floor. I really think that that's kind of where we're going to see. Let me just kind of zoom out. Like I said, it had an amazing run up. Like I said, we called it, I think, in my VIP Telegram chat. Check out our Patreon, by the way, and please give us some likes, some thumbs up. It really helps us get the algorithm, gets us out in front of more people, helps us build community. So it's really important. And check out our Patreon. But we called shitcoin at a 200K market cap right over here, and it ran all the way up here to what, 3.8 million. And like I said, of course, it's had some retracement. The market conditions have been terrible. And everybody the other day was asking me, should I buy shitcoin right now? And I said, I don't know. They were asking me that right about this $1 million market cap. And I said, I just don't know. I said, we haven't seen any sideways action. I don't know where the floor is at. And for me, this looks, I mean, you can really look at that. This is pretty good sideways action from, let's call it from October 14th, roughly, all the way up till right now. Look, so we've been about 5-6 days of good sideways action, even with all the kind of market conditions and the big, everything going on in crypto. This has been holding pretty well. Okay. So I think 800K thereabouts, is a decent spot to start looking for entries. I think that can do well for us. And, the sky's the limit for shitcoin. I mean, like I said, I think this can run to 20, 30, $40 million market caps. I really, really do believe that. Just because of the narrative, the simplicity of the meme itself, right? It's trash coin, shit coin, stupid coin, fart coin, right? So, and those all are doing really well. So let's take a quick look at trash coin. Same thing. Let's go over here and look at the, come on, chart. Hello. Come on. There we go. Hey, come here. I hate this thing. Come on. So look, we called trash coin back here in our VIP Telegram chat at 120K market cap. We caught it back over here at 120K market cap. And within a week, it ran up to 15 million. We did 120X in our VIP Telegram chat over in our Patreon. So check it out. Get involved. Be a part of it. We'd love to have you over there. Of course, there was some massive sell-offs. Anybody that's up 120X, people are going to take profits. It's inevitable. That is going to happen. And good on you. You should. So it tanked back down here, and it's really been holding this floor pretty much at this 2.5 $2.8 million market cap. It had a few pumps, ran up to like 7 million, backed off, trading sideways here, ran up to, 3 million. And it's just been really trading sideways. It's got a very strong floor. Oh man, this thing driving me nuts. There it goes. At around this $2.5 million market cap. So what's going to happen? It's this consolidation. It's holding, getting out some of the old JEETs. It's, basically accumulation where, new investors, new holders, is getting a stronger and stronger floor. It's got 7,773 holders. Absolutely amazing. And one of these days, this is going to just take off. It's going to go parabolic. It's going to go, I think it will surpass all-time highs. I think this is going to go 25, 30, $40 million market cap when it starts to really move. That's my personal opinion. But that's going to happen when crypto in general is pumping, right? I think that's, when we see that 175, 200K Bitcoin, we see that 10K, Ethereum, we see that $800 to $900 Solana. That's when you're going to see projects like this just go boom, parabolic. And I still have faith, and I still believe that we'll see some of that stuff this cycle. So that's where I'm at on that. So let me just see if there was any other questions over here. No other questions. Anybody, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Drop me a name of a token or something like that. I'm happy to go over it and take a look at it. Disco's about to explode. I agree. Adrian, I really do believe that Disco has so much potential. Like I said, out of all of the Matt Fury plays, I mean, like I said, it's holding up amazing. I mean, out in these market conditions, it's holding up like an absolute champ. And yes, there are some people taking profits. Yes, there are some people selling out. People get impatient, and that's okay. I mean, if they get impatient and they don't want to hold, I mean, their loss. And, as long as new people are coming in and kind of snagging that up. And I think I want to just take a look at the market conditions overall. Let me just, here we go. So look, market conditions are improving. Okay. So today, Bitcoin is up 113K. It's up 1.8% today, 1.3% in the last 7 days. Ethereum is back into the, $4,000 range, 2.9 today, 2%. So all of this is really, really, really good news. The reason is that right now, confidence is starting to come back into the market, right? So you're going to start to see, I think once we see Bitcoin get back up to like 115, 116, maybe into the 120s, we see, Ethereum back up to like, 4.2K, those types of ranges. I think that's when we're going to start to see the confidence really come back. And we're going to start to see the projects like Disco and Trashcoin and Shitcoin really take off. I think that's where we're going to start to see those really pump. Right now, people are still a little on the fence. What's going on? When do I deploy my money? Where do I put it? And they're going to be looking for those opportunities. And that's going to really rely on these coming back to life, which I think we're very close. I think in the next few days, I think by the end of this week, we should see these things really moving back in the right direction where we want them to be. And that's when we're going to see projects like Trash and projects like Disco, and projects like Shitcoin really taking off. So that is, hold on a second. There we go. I just wanted to open up the chart again. There we go. So yeah, look at this. I mean, it's already coming back. I mean, so it's 1.8 million. Like I said, it was 1.7 a little bit ago. So I mean, it's moving. It really is, and it's holding so well. I mean, so I think once we see Ethereum and stuff like that get back to that 4.2, 4.3 K range, that's when we're going to see this really take off. And like I said, it won't take anything for Disco to get up to a $5-6 million market cap. And from there, it's an easy step. It's only a 3 or 4X away from overtaking Landwolf and Andy and those types of projects. And now that is the magic. That is what you want to get in on, because when a project like Disco overtakes Andy or Landwolf, everybody's going to be talking about it. Oh man, it's because that's the Andy and Landwolf are like the second and third, I think fourth largest Matt Fury plays out there right now. So if Disco overthrows those, it's downhill. That's when the snowball effect happens. And that's when everybody starts talking about it and everybody starts throwing their money at Disco. And that's what I could see happening, So like I said, not financial advice, but this is where my brain goes. And this is why I am holding, and this is why I'm investing into Disco, because I see the potential. So that's my thought process, everybody. So anyways, everyone, thank you so much for joining. I just wanted to make a quick little update on Disco, what's going on in the markets, how everybody's doing. Like I said, I do these once a day, sometimes twice a day. Make sure you give us some thumbs up. It really helps the algorithm. Please leave some comments and check out our free X. Like I said, seriously, it costs you nothing. Subscribe to us, follow us on X. Follow us on we have a free Telegram channel. You can find it in the description of the video below on YouTube. Please join our free Telegram community as well as our X community. Okay. We would love to have you over there. It's an amazing place. And then also check out our Patreon. We're making some great calls. Like I said, last year we called Kindu Inu, did over 1,000X. We called Kindu Inu at a 150K market cap in our VIP Telegram chat. Several people made over $1 million in there. I'm not joking. That's a reality. We called that. It was 1,000X. We've called many, many, many more 100X projects than I can even count. And in the last few months and the last few weeks, like I said, we called Trash Coin. That was 120X. We called Shitcoin. That was over a 30X. We've called Disco. It's about a 25X. And these are great calls in these market conditions. And there's a lot more to come. And we have a lot of stuff on the way. We're definitely looking for some BNB plays. We're looking for some other things that are going to be really explosive. So like I said, get involved. Whoops. Join our, there you go. Join our community. And like I said, join the Patreon. We do have some really good stuff coming up, and we are looking for some calls. We want to get into some stuff on BNB because I think I see the potential. I see what these coins are doing over there, going absolutely parabolic. So we're trying to find the right play. Just been researching and looking at teams and trying to dig in to see what one has the most explosive potential for you guys. And yeah, super excited for that. So like I said, join the Patreon because that's probably going to be coming up in the next week or two. So get a position, like I said, and you don't want to miss out on those massive gains because people in the VIP Telegram chat get early access to those things. And that's where you make those explosive gains. So thank you so much for joining, everybody. And Vina, thank you for your guys. Trash Coin and Trash Coin we trust. So anyways, I hope you all have a absolutely wonderful, wonderful day. And I really look forward to seeing you all super soon. Take care, everybody. And thanks again for joining. And please, some thumbs up. All right. So we really, really appreciate the support. So please give us some thumbs up and some likes and some comments. It really helps the channel grow. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great day. Don't forget to smile, get outside, enjoy life, and buy some Disco. And I guarantee you, we'll be dancing on the moon. Disco is by far my meme coin choice of this bull cycle so far. Like I haven't found anything better. So my conviction is in Disco. Let's see what happens, but that is where my heart is. And I hope you guys can jump in there and make some insane gains because for me, in my opinion, there's a lot more room to grow in Disco. So everybody have a great day. Talk to you soon. Take care. And thanks for joining again. Take care. Bye-bye.